Good morning and welcome to News Hour. My name is Aminata Fofana. Coming up on this edition of the news, Sierra Leone support currently constructs a Bohan Mosque in Lungi to accommodate over 1,000 worshippers. Fortizo Technologies emerges winner of the hackathon contest organized by the Christex Foundation, and consumers and business people raise concern over expired products. Now, those stories and more coming up in the next 1 hour. Stay with us. Welcome back. Now, in a bid to address accommodation challenges faced by pilgrims during the time of Hajj, Sierra Leoneans abroad are currently constructing Bohan Mosque in Lungi, which is expected to accommodate over 1,000 worshippers. The project also includes construction of Hajj Village and Islamic Learning Center. Mohamed Kromat al-Susmi.
The ongoing construction of Bohan Mosque in Lungi by some Sierra Leoneans abroad is meant to address accommodation challenges faced by Hajj pilgrims every year. The mosque is expected to accommodate over 1,000 pilgrims to enable them to have a conducive environment before making their way to and from Hajj. Chief Executive Officer and Project Manager, Bohan Mosque Project, Sheikh Ali Badara Kamara, was pleased with the work done so far, adding that the project also caters for the construction of a Hajj village and an Islamic learning center, which will commence immediately after the completion of the mosque.
Our intention started from 2023, which is to start up the project, to launch the project with a huge masjid of 145 feet, 100 feet wide. So after the masjid, inshallah ta'ala, we have a great intention with the help of Allah Azza wa Jal to build a Hajj village. As we know, people are going through struggles during the time of Hajj season, and inshallah ta'ala, the Hajj village will come with the learning center for educational purpose, bi'idhnillahi al-kareem.
Sheikh Ali Badara Kamara said that the mosque would also be of benefit to the Freetown International Airport as it is being constructed adjacent it.
We are calling upon the Muslims around the world, especially Sierra Leoneans. Why am I saying especially Sierra Leoneans? 99.9% of the help that we received so far are from the brothers from overseas, Sierra Leoneans and non-Sierra Leoneans. So we're asking Sierra Leoneans in Sierra Leone to get involved, because this masjid is literally established here in Freetown, Lungi, Sierra Leone.
Both the young and the elderly demonstrated commitment to assist in the construction process, ensuring that the project succeeds. Upon the completion of the project, it is anticipated that Hajj pilgrims would have suitable accommodation that would facilitate their journey and help ease burden on government. For SLBC, Mohamed Kouma reporting.
Now, Fortizo Technologies, pioneered by Alex David Pratt, has emerged the grand champion of the Da Vinci Pitch Night and Hackathon contest by the Christex Foundation, walking home with the star prize of 3,000 United States dollars. According to the founder of Christex Foundation, Colin Ogu, the foundation was looking forward to building a thriving tech ecosystem which was open to collaborate with other MDAs in expanding the digital space. Dennis Fraser reports.
The scene depicts a remarkable moment of wild emotions as the Fortizo Technologies team announced the grand champion of the Da Vinci Pitch Night and Hackathon contest. Earlier on, the team and a host of other young people who were standing up to societal challenges not only presented brilliant ideas as solutions, but were poised to take them head-on with innovation and technical competence.
Healthcare providers can seamlessly access the health histories of the patient.
If for me, I'm not saying he wouldn't have died, but at least he would have gotten some funds to further.
Participants were also tasked to leverage on societal problems with their innovative problem-solving ideas and also through a network of like minds. After being tested and proven, this in turn will attract bankable reward.
We thank God. Yes, God made it happen, because apart from our efforts, if not for his help, there were other more brilliant ideas, but I believe God was the one who just really helped us out. And the first is a no-code chatbot builder. That is to say, a platform that helps you to create a chatbot that you could be able to use for your business.
According to the founder of Christex Foundation, Colin Ogu, a young Sierra Leonean striving to give hope to young people through investment in innovation and the use of modern technology trends. His intention was to build a thriving tech ecosystem driven by young people in the country. He expressed aspirations to collaborate with other MDs in embracing the digital space.
We spent time at university, spent money, but now to go into the world and earn money from what they've studied, the chances are slim. Have worked with other communities, have worked with parts of the government of Sierra Leone. So the organization you mentioned, we actually do work quite closely with them. Mokti is another one that we work quite closely with. So I'm more of an open book. I'm willing to help.
Youth hackathons create environments where young voices are heard and valued, resulting in products and solutions that resonate deeply with software engineering, blockchain technology, product design, and many more. The participants do not only develop innovative ideas, but also gain valuable skills in problem solving and collaboration. SLBC, Dennis Fraser reporting.
Some consumers and business people have shared their experiences while purchasing products. While some said they always check the expiring dates before buying, others admitted that they don't due to certain circumstances. Our intern Esther Nene Kamara filed the following report read in the studios by Mohamed Kruma.
The sale and consumption of expired products pose significant risks to both public health and economic stability. Expired goods, particularly in the food, pharmaceuticals items, and personal cosmetics industries, can cause serious hazardous health issues, including food poisoning, allergic reactions, infections, and vomiting. While consumers are the most affected by the sale of expired products, some don't bother to check expiration dates when purchasing items. Issa Samura shared that he once bought expired products, and after consuming them, he experienced illness. Since then, they should always check expiration dates before making a purchase.
Whosoever they go buy, especially then canned food them, whatsoever, something then the max expiring dates. But get for read and watch, no say this particular thing, so like watch for the expiring dates. Then if you notice say the thing don't expire, now you write for let you report to the person where you buy. So you say show them and you advise her, let say not sell that.
Bianca Molai said that she always check for dates before purchasing an item, whereas Amidou and Sumana admitted that he rarely checked because the dates are sometimes wiped off or difficult to read.
Some biscuits away by when it expire. Why you see the expiring dates? So like when you open and they try for scatter, so you know say this don't expire. So like I can swear, like them syrup there. Wait, watch they see this the time when I be put say this are the expiring dates. When the time which can expire, so like what you watch, I can just oversight or I can left hand or to wear.
Like me so, president and they watch the because why? They get us something like wafer, especially they around when they see them yesterday. The question is wafer, they keep pull a day. So no matter when they don't pull a day, they go below. And that expire, no, that you don't expire.
Business owners also shared their struggle, explaining that selling expired products can severely damage a business's reputation. Some pointed out that when purchasing stock, they are sometimes rushed by shop owners, leading to mistakes.
We get most of them people and whether they come back with goods to who they sell, because they go buy to the Lebanese them, and the Lebanese we they go buy to the in fact so they go the car where they attend you safe, they treat you like a trash on top your money.
Yeah, because the last market where I go buy, I not be watching. So I carry it before I ever put it on my table, I look the date expire from right now 2024. So the thing will expire 2021 where the person will sell and give me. But I not be look the date. So I come, now watch the date. I see they expire. I put them back inside the plastic, I return them back to the person about it.
Both consumers and business people emphasize the importance of checking expiration dates before buying any item.
How I do I buy small. Like when you come, if you ask me for Pinoplex, I get. If you ask me for ferroglobin, I get. If you ask me for Dexorange, I get. I don't get a large quantity, small. Because when you come, you meet her at the shop. Because if you buy a large quantity, not sell, now losses for you, the business owner.
Addressing the issue of expired products requires strict regulations, improved stock management practices, and greater consumer awareness. Implementing these measures will help protect consumers and ensure that businesses operate ethically and responsibly.
175 years ago, a beacon of faith was born in the heart of Freetown, known as Christ Church Parish, Perdeba Road, Freetown. In commemoration of this celebration, a Thanksgiving service was held at the church premises on the theme, "One generation shall praise your works unto another." This is to celebrate God's faithfulness in a unique way and express thanks and appreciation for bringing them thus far. Our intern Esther Suzanette Bassi witnessed the service and filed in this report read in the studios by Christiana Kamara.
Christchurch Parish was founded on the 10th October in the year 1849. It has served as a cornerstone for the Freetown Anglican Communion. It has historical records of providing divine guidance for its community and the nation. The Thanksgiving service was preceded by a march past with members dressed in colorful uniform attires. The celebration was graced by well-wishers and members from different circuits to support fundraising activities. The ceremony also saw the unveiling of the newly completed Christchurch Hall, dedicated by the head of the Anglican Church, Bishop Thomas Wilson. The chairperson of the 175th Anniversary Committee, Austina Pierce, recounted the journey towards the success of the anniversary.
We thank God as a church and as a family for this celebration. The journey has not been easy when you think about the constraints in the country and all that we've been through as a nation and also as a church. Whatever happens in the nation who creeps into the church. So we struggled as a church to have great success. But we want to thank God because in all of this, the finger of God was upon this celebration. And today, the climax, we want to say thank you to the Father, to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit.
Vicar Warden Emeritus Davison Peters John, who is also the past president of the Committee of Gentlemen of the Church, highlighted achievements made over the years.
Over the years, I've tried to improve this church spiritually. We have also been able to look at properties of the church and also to improve the properties of the church, of which the hall is a testimony to what we have been doing. And these are all good indicators in the church. And we have been taking care well of our clergymen. As you see, the new car is being commissioned for the vicar to use for the service of the church. So as a church, it has constantly been improved over the years.
This 175 years of existence is a testament of the faith and resilience of the Anglican Communion.
African Diplomatic Corps welcomes Ambassador Francis Anderson to Turkey as shows of good teamwork. Dr. Francis Anderson has taken the positions of Sierra Leone's ambassador designate to Turkey. Talking on behalf of the Dean of the ADC, Nasura Tiperu, Ambassador of the Republic of Uganda to Turkey, welcomed Ambassador Anderson, saying that they were excited to have her in their midst and that the ADC works to project the interest of the African agenda in Turkey. Dr. Francis Anderson appreciated the ADC and described their service to Africa as an exceptional representation. She also thanked the staff of the Embassy of Sierra Leone in Ankara, saying that the spirit of cooperation displayed at her welcome gathering was inspiring. Ambassador Anderson expressed optimism in the staff members while urging them to continue the teamwork. The mortal remains of former newsreader and announcer of the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Service and Corporation, Charles Kanu, has been laid to rest. A well-attended funeral service at the Bethesda West African Methodist Church is a testament of his human touch and service to his church. Charles served in various capacities at the West African Methodist Church, where he displayed dedication to duty. He contributed immensely towards the growth and development of the West African Methodist Men's Organization, Progressive Youth Fellowship, and Men's League, among others. At the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation, Slbc, Charles Kanu could be remembered for his knacking news delivery and presentation of public service announcements. He was also an employee of the Ministry of Finance, where he was recently promoted in the store's development. Charles Kanu would be missed by his wife and children. May his soul continue to rest in peace. Now, following his academic achievement as one of the top performers in the 2024 West African Senior School Certificate Examination WASC, scoring an impressive 6 A's, Slbc examines the success story of the Deputy Senior Prefect of St. Edward's Secondary School in Freetown, Alphaba. The school also have over 5 pupils who were among the top individual outstanding performance. And Sumana Kabo compiled this report, read in the studios by Dennis Fraser.
In recent years, private schools have been dominating public exams in the country, including WASC, which is the gateway to university. But St. Edward's Secondary School is changing the narrative by putting yet again an outstanding performance in the 2024 WASC exam. The school is no doubt known for academic excellence.
The 2024 WASC results have been a moment of celebration for St. Edward's Secondary School. The school's Deputy Senior Prefect Alpha Bar's achievement stood out as a testament to his dedication, hard work, and academic excellence. Alpha got 6 A1s in the 2024 WASC, making him the second best performer across the country. This underscores his proficiency, which has brought Lawrence to the school. But what was the secret behind his success? Alpha explains.
My success story is nothing less than hard work, dedication, blessing, and prayer.
He expressed his gratitude to his teachers, family, and fellow students for their support.
I'm really happy because I was being assisted and also a little support from my private tutor, my school teachers. I'm really happy because I was being assisted and also given an opportunity to educate my fellow young ones as an Edwardian.
Alpha's dad and other family members were delighted for his outstanding performance, which has placed him among the brightest young minds in Sierra Leone.
I feel so happy we can second. When we start to go to school, it is between the first and second up to today.
I feel glad and I've been expectant for do so. Because Napos will always inspire me and always aspire for great some things. Napos in daily life na study. All but on a book. From morning to night, your book for study. And because it aspire for get great things, always it get them. So I'm not sure, I even expect to get the first position. But I'm really glad because it making family proud and it make me and small sister proud. Because you don't give me the zeal for make I even get more than the A's we get.
Eustace Wajuku John is the principal of the SSS. He said Alpha's achievement was not a surprise to them, noting that Alpha and his colleagues were well prepared by the school.
So it was no surprise to us and to the teachers because the teachers have been working tirelessly to prepare these boys.
Teachers and pupils expressed confidence that the school will regain its past glory.
Performance of the students, we are very happy as staff members. In fact, it has given us more zeal to teach them.
St. Edwards is known for greatness. It's just that it's just a little disturbance that we are happening along the line. But I know St. Edwards is known for this. We are always going to do the best.
Alpha Bar's success has brought pride to his school community, known for its commitment to nurturing well-rounded students with a strong focus on discipline and intellectual growth. The performance of the school in the 2024 WAS speaks to the series of reforms and transformation that the school had undergone over the years and continue to make steady progress in the education sector.
Women in Fogbo village in the outskirts of Waterloo are breaking traditional barriers by empowering themselves through fishing and other business ventures. The initiatives are helping them gain financial independence and drive change in their community. Our intern Elita Koka has the story.
With support from Gold Organization and local leaders, women in Fogbo are empowering themselves through vocational training and fishing in driving their financial independence and contributing to the community's development. Despite challenges, these efforts are transforming lives and fostering growth in the village. Headman of Fogbo village, Idris Suma, shared his plans for supporting the women involved in fishing business. He has partnered with NGOs to help boost the industry. Although much of the assistance has come from his personal resources, he has plans to build a school to further empower women. He emphasized his commitment to developing the women through various initiatives, with the Gold Organization being a key partner in supporting the village's growth.
I get plan for them. They want to open one institute there. They want to the show, they want to make here, then they land the back up for do trade.
I have many plans to support women in the village to empower themselves, even though most of the resources come from my personal income.
And most of the things I do for them, and they will get inside the game money.
Fish trader Ramatu Kamara said that the fish business has been a vital source of income, helping solve many of our financial problems at home. However, the lack of proper roads and the low profits make it difficult to fully thrive in the business. Despite these challenges, it remains a better option for them. She encouraged other women to continue empowering themselves financially, but also strengthening their role within the community. Betty Kolka, a nurse, explained that the women have fully empowered themselves by putting great effort into their businesses. Beyond business, they have supported many successful pupils through the fish trade, showing that they don't fully depend on men. However, Some women wish to advance but lack the means to start.
Women in this community when I football and plan just say my bafti. They are so strong enough. They don't rely on man them. They believe themselves in their business when they do.
The women in this community are empowering themselves by putting great effort in their business. This business has helped them support their children in higher education.
Out of their business, they don't get lawyer, they get doctors in this community here. They get teachers. What impressed me, I so impressed so much. Because as a woman, you know, for rely on man.
Women in Fogbo village are making strides towards economic independence through hard work in business and education. However, while progress has been made, more support is needed to help others reach their full potential.
Ribi village in Mwamba district is currently faced with pressing challenges that are impacting the quality of life to its residents. The village is deprived of many basic facilities, including a proper toilet and access to health care. Education in the village is also suffering due to shortage of schools, forcing children to travel long distance to attend school. Our intern reporter Aminata Dumbuya traveled to the village and compiled this report.
Ribi village is facing urgent development challenges that threaten the quality of life of its residents. It is not only suffering from limited access to clean drinking water, education is also a problem. King Dauda Kurma said she has to walk about 3 miles daily to the other village because there is no school at Ribi, her own village. The 15-year-old called on government to construct a secondary school in her village to save them from going far away to attend school, walking far distance to attend school.
We wake up early every morning to avoid being late for school. We have to walk 3 miles to school because we don't have a secondary school in this community.
The village is also crippled by the lack of proper toilet and healthcare facilities, leaving many of its people exposed to health risks. Local chief King Dauda Kurma said since there is no hospital in the village, they have to go to the nearest village anytime there is an emergency.
We have been trying to develop this community but have not been able to succeed because we lack the materials to make us grow. I'm calling on government to help us with healthcare facilities and schools.
Local leaders are urgently calling for investment in infrastructure and essential services to address these critical needs and improve living conditions in the village.
And it's now time for the international news.
Hello and welcome to International News with me, Cynthia Kamal. Israeli forces in Gaza has killed Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar, a chief architect of last year's attack on Israel that sparked the war, the military said Thursday. Troops appear to have run across him unknowingly in a battle, only to discover afterwards that a body in the rubble was Israel's most wanted man. Israeli leaders celebrated his killing as a settling of skulls just over a year after Hamas-led militants killed some 1,200 people in Israel and kidnapped 250 others in an attack that stunned the country. Netanyahu has said Israel will keep fighting until all the hostages were free and that it will keep control over Gaza long enough to ensure Hamas will not rearm, an effective occupation that raises the possibility of months or even years of continued fighting. An explosion impacting a restaurant facing the camp where Somali soldiers and police officers were stationed. At least 7 people were killed and 6 others were injured at a cafe located near a police training facility in the capital, Mogadishu, Somalia, after a suicidal bomber set off an unknown device, as reported by the police on Thursday. The police stated that victims included both officers and civilians who were having tea outside the General Kahiri Police Academy on Thursday. Dizan Ahmed, an eyewitness and a survivor, said there were people who found the suicide bomber suspicious due to the item he was carrying, questioning his intention. After they voiced their worries, he blew himself up. The number of monkeypox-related deaths has topped 1,000, currently affecting 18 of Africa's 55 nations. The head of the continent's top public health emergency unveiled the latest figures on Thursday, October 17. The demise this week of 50 infected people brought the total of victims to 1,100. The head of Africa CDC, Ken Kasia, urged international partners to honor their pledges to support Africa's response. The estimated budget for a 6-month plan put forward by the Africa Center for Disease Control and Prevention, known as Africa CDD, and the World Health Organization is worth almost $600 million. Monkeypox belongs to the same family of viruses as smallpox, but causes milder symptoms, including fever and body aches. And Mbira in southeastern Mauritania hosts thousands of Malian refugees. The United Nations Refugee Agency estimated Mauritanian welcomes over 262,000 refugees, mostly women and children, from Mali. UNHRC is heading to the upcoming UN Climate Conference to advocate on behalf of displaced people and their host. They have been forced across the border as a result of fighting in Mali. They are arriving in a place which is already stretched in terms of resources as a result of the climate crisis. So an already problematic situation has been exacerbated to the degree. The actor who is notably known for playing in the teen saga Divergence, the actor who is notably known for playing in the teen saga Divergence said refugees must be included in climate policy on the world stage. The UNHRC Goodwill Ambassador met refugees, many of whom are spearheading local initiatives. Well, that's it for international news with me, Cynthia Kamara.
From the international news, we move over to our business update.
Hello and welcome to Business Update, the segment that brings you insight in business and its contribution towards positively impacting the economy. I am Moses Conte. In today's edition, we look at the celebration of the International Credit Union Day, focusing on the launching of a credit union. Credit and loan control policy has been launched in Freetown during the celebration of the International Credit Union Day with a theme, One World Through Cooperative Finance. The celebration mainly focused on raising awareness on the importance of credit union, which is one of the drivers to bridge financial inequality in the country. Let's join our reporter Emmanuel Samura for that report.
These are members of the credit union movement traversing the streets of Freetown in celebration of International Credit Union Day. Whilst they marched through with melodious sounds from a bass band, they were also using the opportunity to raise awareness on the importance of credit union. Credit unions offer people a safe space to keep their money from as little as £1 per day to help them build their savings and address their needs. Considering the growing financial inequality in the world, the chairperson of the National Cooperative Credit Union Association, Lamin Kamara, said they resuscitated such a movement to bridge that gap and make financial inclusion becomes a practical reality.
Credit unions were established to promote credit, provide access to credit, and improve the financial well-being of our members. And I am proud to say that we have stayed true to these principles, ensuring that no one is left behind in their pursuit for financial security.
The Credit Union Credit and Loan Control Policy launch has become the official document that will guide the processes as to how Credit Union gives loans and control the finance of its members. About 3.5 million of Ireland's population, the Irish ambassador to Sierra Leone, Aidan Fitzpatrick, said belongs to the cooperative movement. This, he added, has been a key driver for financial inclusion in his country. He called for continued commitment, truth and engagement for Credit Union to increase their membership exponentially.
It's about members, it's for members. It's not for profit, it's not about the big bosses, the profit. It's about delivering real services, real benefits to your members. And I think if we keep that core to how we operate, to how we work, we will prosper.
A representative from the central bank, Esther Johnson, recognized Credit Union as a critical driver to the financial inclusion initiative of the central bank. The democratic principle of credit unions, Esther Johnson said, sets them apart from normal banking system because they are owned and governed by their members and every of their decisions come from their membership. Esther Johnson reminded the credit union of the evolving financial landscape, which she said they should be part of but with much caution.
It is essential for credit unions to embrace technology while remaining true to our core values. We must leverage digital solutions to enhance our services, streamline operations, and reach more members, especially the younger generation, who expect convenience and accessibility in their financial interaction.
Chief Director of the Ministry of Trade, Emmanuel Bilikonjo, commended credit unions for proving their trustworthiness because in just 4 years, they have had a savings of over 20 million euros. Mr. Konjo said his dream is to see how the informal sector can be formalized, describing credit union as a channel to achieve such a dream.
There are 300,000 artisanal miners, 300,000 non-cooperative in the mineral sector. Now, it is unacceptable. Nakwa, enough for me.
Emmanuel Konjo informed his audience of their current efforts to repeal the 1977 Cooperative Act and revamping of the Cooperative Bank.
The acts, with the support of ILO, will be done. It will go through parliaments and we will have a new act and its attendant regulation. We're working assiduously to resuscitate and reopen the Cooperative Bank.
Mr. Konjo called on NACWA to be on the field and get people to join the movement in a bid to ameliorate financial inequality in the country. Emmanuel Samura, SLBC.
Many thanks to Emmanuel Samura for that report. Well, that's all for this edition of Business Update. I'm Moses Conte. Thanks for watching.
It's now time for the entertainment news.
Welcome to the entertainment news. Edition of the entertainment news. Fans stormed Seacoach Hub at Aberdeen to welcome House of Stars contender Lolo Simon, and one of Nigerians' finest musician, Banky W, and his wife Adeswa welcomed their second child in America. Citizen TVs are set to experience another dramatic show as the momentum is already wiring on various social media fora. The contenders for the House of Stars Season 2 has begun cooking up their various fan bases with creativities, and those living abroad have begun coming into the country to prepare ahead of the show. Among them is a former housemate contender, Lolo Simon,
who landed on the shores of Sierra Leone few days ago from France. The atmosphere at the Sea Coach Hub at Aberdeen was lit as many fans came along to dine and wine with their favorite candidate, Lolo Simon. Here is the highlight of the scene at Sea Coach Hub.
Lolo Simon help me in a great way. He don't pay for his school fees. He don't give me books. Not only that, even when we can get personal problems, we can come meet him for help and he help with. So like I dey encourage all my country picking there, the Combra there, vote for Lolo because now God fearing person.
They pay school fee for picking them. So I appreciate them. This year, you cannot bless Lolo, you give them, therefore don't see them. Good, but I tell God thank you. I tell God I get 5 picking.
Good job. They can only say the money, the host, and the motor car now will come back. What it make today special? Not to just anybody that can receive me, but now people that were important in life that they come.
Sure.
Picking them from Letter Children Dream Foundation, with the mothers, them, the fans, the family and friends. I'm so grateful for all. God, we don't put me on this game to make sure say we come out successful. Yeah.
In another news, Adeswa Etomi Wellington, Nigeria actress and the wife of popular singer and politician Olubankole Wellington, popularly known as Banky W, has taken to social media to announce the birth of their second child. The actress shared beautiful pictures from her pregnancy shoot session with the caption, "First, we had each other. Then we had your brother. Then God sent you. And now we have everything." Heartily congratulations to both Banky W and Adeswa. That was incredible. We can't wait to see what the stars have for us. Well, that's all we have in this edition of the Entertainment News. I have been your presenter, Jerry Andumbuya.
Now to the latest sports updates.
Hello and welcome to the sporting update on the news. My name is Abdul Kabi and thank you so very much for having me. In today's edition, we are focusing on boxing. In a significant development for Sierra Leonean boxing, the Sierra Leone Boxing Association and the UK boxing team have announced an ambitious international boxing event. Well, the upcoming boxing return leg is scheduled to take place in Birmingham on the 8th of December 2024. Well, this anticipated event
Well, with that we end the news, but before we go, here is a recap of the main points. In a bid to address accommodation challenges faced by pilgrims during the time of Hajj, Sierra Leoneans abroad are currently constructing Bohan Mosque in Lunge, which is expected to accommodate over 1,000 worshippers. The project also includes construction of Hajj village and an Islamic learning center. Fortizo Technologies, pioneered by Alex David Pratt, has emerged the grand champion in the Da Vinci Pitch Night and Hackathon contest by the Christex Foundation Buckingham with a star prize of $3,000 United States dollars. According to the founder of Christex Foundation, Colin Ugo, the foundation was looking forward to building a thriving tech ecosystem which was open to collaborate with other MDs in expanding the digital space. And some consumers and business people have shared their experiences when purchasing products. While some said they always check the expiration dates before buying, others admitted they don't due to certain circumstances. Now, that's all we can share in this edition of the news. My name is Aminata Fofana. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to the Slbc.
we not run away. We come for better. We people that want for see what we they do. We people that want for know what we they say. Oh, we let we swallow.
You ready for the Zoom meeting today with the investor then?
Yes, boss. I'm ready for the meeting today. And I don't download all the reports they sent to me on the internet.
Make sure so you get super connection because I don't want one problem during the meeting.
Everything is okay. Everything is fine.
Counting on you, even though we're not in the same office. I will be with you every step of the way.
we not run away. We come for better. We people they want for see what we they do. We people they want for know what we they say. Oh, we let we swallow. Oh, we let we swallow.
Today is Monday, the 21st of October 2024. It's a pleasant morning here at Broadcasting House. Hello and welcome to our breakfast show, Good Morning Sierra Leone. This program always starts today with analysis and views on issues of national concern. We are your presenters, Francis Bernard, and I'm teaming up with
Emmanuel Samuel.
And our quote of the day is from an American philanthropist, Madam C.J. Walker, and it says, "Don't sit down and wait for opportunity to come. Get up and make them." This is a food for thought.
Interesting. And coming up, international moral guarantors on the implementation of the Agreement for National Unity concludes second assessment mission to Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone Seed Certification Agency and partner conduct capacity building training to improve technology, innovation and seed development.
And West African Examination Council WAEC to talk on 20,000 WAS results withheld. The stories plus more, including your messages, which you can send to the number on your screen, or you find us on our Facebook page, Slbc TV Live. The program is Good Morning Sierra Leone. Welcome back. The program is Good Morning Sierra Leone, and as you've heard, you are invited to participate. Send your comments and views to the number on the screen, or you tell us where you are getting us from on our Facebook page. We start the program this morning in a bid to ensure quality assurance to enhance quality seeds in the country. The Sierra Leone Seed Certification Agency, with funding from International Institution of Tropical Agriculture, has conducted a capacity building training of the agency's laboratory, feed technicians, and experts on quality assurance on seed tracker and seed certification. The move by the agency is to improve technology, innovation, and seed development. Well, for more on this, we have in the studio Dr. Chaya Tusise. She is Senior Technical Lead. Good morning, Doctor. Welcome to the program.
Good morning and good morning, all my
And
viewers.
also we have Susan Dongo, Project Manager, Seed System Group. Good morning, welcome to the program.
Thank you, good morning.
So we start by, first of all, telling the public. Let me start with you, Doctor. What does this mean? You know, you have the public listening or watching. They might want to know what actually you mean by you trained people to know more, and also for the development of for seed development, technology and improvement. All this has to do with agriculture, and I know it has to do with the president's agenda, which has to do with the feed salon. Let's talk about this project.
So the technology innovation dealing with seed tracker is changing the mindset from using the conventional to have the correct result to using the modernized. As the world is now advancing, we also have to train our people to advance in giving the right result, in giving the accurate result. Hence the training of the seed tracker model for our lab and feed technicians.
Okay, so where did you get these people from?
So
how was the selection done to get these people trained?
For the seed tracker, we have our staff, the Slbc staff,
Okay.
the feed inspectors and the laboratory technicians and seed analysts. And these are the people that we use to go to the farmers, to go to the field, get to the field and get us the correct information. So these are the people that you need to build their capacity to be suitable to give you the correct results.
Okay, this training is holding at a time when everybody is focused, including the government. Their top agenda in this second term is to feed Sierra Leone, to feed the people of this country, and to an extent that they want to even start sending products out of the country. So how does this help in making sure we get more produce from our farms?
Quality assurance, which is key. And feeding Sierra Leone, which is the president's agenda, the feed salon strategy. The major is quality seed. If you get quality seed, you can feed Sierra Leone. Even if you have the right environment, but the seed is not of good quality, you will not get the yield. And the yield is what the Ministry of Agriculture is looking at to feed, to have us all on board so that we can feed Sierra Leone. How can we get the seed? Let's get quality seeds in the country. Once the seeds are certified by seed certification agency and they say this is of high quality means getting high yield.
All right.
So we can get that.
Continue to stay with us. Let's now go to Madam Dongo. Now, Susan, I know you are not only dealing with Sierra Leone, but Africa and maybe the other places that you are operating. How does this help in making sure not only Sierra Leone, but other parts of Africa, because we so much rely on Europe and other Asia, particularly for our produce like rice, we so much rely on them Africans to get what we eat. But with this, how does this help to change the narrative?
Okay. Let me start by saying that Africa has the potential to feed itself. And we have all the materials necessary to do so. The problem or the gap is in the systems that bring the materials all the way to the farmers. So what we are doing is building systems, not just for Sierra Leone, but for, we're working 18 other countries. And what we are looking to do is to have, when seed is produced by breeders, how does it have a sustainable chain all the way to farmers? Farmers adopt it, and then that leads to, like she said, we have quality seed, but how do we ensure we have a chain to get it to farmers? The key thing for us is to work with local partners. So in Sierra Leone, we are working with the Ministry of Agriculture in terms of extension. When it comes to breeders, all the things are local actors. We are not coming or from Kenya all the way to Sierra Leone to bring seed. It's things that are already available in Sierra Leone.
So Susan, bringing new technology to local, let me see, experts here in the seed systems. Let's talk about the technology that you bring in. How sustainable is it, and how very effective it is to produce the results that you guys are projecting in Sierra Leone?
That's a good question. So the technologies we are talking, first of all, let's go to practically right now. We have rice, groundnuts, and maize. It's basically what farmers are already growing, but improved varieties that offer them higher yield. So what we are looking is how can we increase yield within the already existing materials. So Slurry were mentioning they have over 25 new varieties of rice, but none of these varieties are with farmers. So the goal is to ensure how can seed companies multiply enough seed, and then we market it to farmers so that we can ensure, again, farmers have all the technologies they need.
So from what you're talking about quantity multiply. Let's talk about the quality aspect, the technology that you're bringing into the seeds itself.
So about quality, that's what Dr. Janato was talking about. Slbc's duty is to ensure that all the material. So when we go to any country, their first assessment is on quality. The reason why we are not we're not going directly to the farmers to look for the materials. We go there to the source, the breeders and Slbc. They're the ones who know what is quality material. Working with seed companies ensures that farmers get quality material, because without having commercialized seed, what happens is farmers tend to recycle their own varieties, right? So building formal systems for seed ensures that the quality does not get degraded as we continue down the chain.
So, Dr. Janatu, you talked about saying that this training enables these particular seed professionals to move from the conventional method of how they used to do things to a more modern way. So, can you please just paint a picture, mental picture to viewers out there? What are these conventional methods that they used to do before now, and what is this new method that this training has equipped them with?
Yeah, for first, when you talk about it, the seed tracker, the source. First of all, the conventional is you have to go there and meet the farmers. They will tell you what they want to say. Now with the seed tracker, you set your system is technology. Setting a system on your phone, on your tablet, having the farmer registered. So whatever they are doing, where the source, let's say Orilux, where the source of Orilux is coming, you can be seated right where I'm here right now and tracking the system right there. And knowing that this is a quality seed, this is not the quality. So you get the source from your devices at your comfort zone, instead of the conventional method where you have to move and go. And the farmers, if I don't want to show you where my pulses are, I will show you.
So, doctor, this also has to do with connectivity.
Yeah.
Because if we are talking about technology, you want to sit right at the SLBC to track where your seats are, then you definitely have to get enough internet facility, which is a concern in our country. Are you guys thinking of in that area?
Yeah, so the experts, when they came, they are also Africans coming from IT in Nigeria, and they know the constraint that we'll have as an Africa in terms of connectivity. So what they are going to do, they are going to give us an offline technology that you can have all your information offline and synchronize when there is an availability of connectivity.
All right, doctor. Susan, are you also thinking in that area?
Of technology? Yes. So you're right. Technology is an issue in terms of all of Africa, but we need to incorporate it because the world is changing, and eventually technology will go all the way to the farmer. So we are looking for ways, even in farmer trainings, even in how seed gets to the farmer. How can we, if a farmer has a question about a seed, how can they quickly text or call? When we give farmers seed to try, we use something we call a small pack. It's just a small quantity of seed for them to try in their own farm. That seed pack No matter how small it is, it has the number or the contact of the seed company. Again, for quality assurance, you have to track it to the seed company. So ensuring that farmers can call the company. Those are some of the simple ways we can do now, even as we try to advance into using more complex technology.
All right, thank you very much, ladies, and continue to stay with us. The program is Good Morning Sierra Leone. We'll now go to something else.
Yes, convened and hosted by the Independent Commission for Peace and National Cohesion, the international moral guarantors on the implementation of the agreement for national unity signed between the government of Sierra Leone and the All People's Congress Party has concluded a second assessment mission to Sierra Leone. The mission paid a courtesy call on President Bill and held consultations with the government, the leadership of APC party, other political parties, the leadership of the House of Parliament, the judiciary, security agencies, Electoral Commission, PPRC, the diplomatic corps, and civil society organizations. To further the discussion on the outcome of the assessment mission, we have in the studio Fatimata Jallo. Good morning, Fatimata.
Good morning, viewers.
So I said to further the discussion on the outcome of the assessment. So first, let's start with the outcome of the assessment during the consultations that you were part of when these moral guarantors visited the different sector players.
Well, as you know, sometime in October last year, these same people, most of them were here in the country. They came basically because they were invited by the Peace Commission after the elections, and the opposition decided that they were not going to participate in the governance of this country. So the Peace Commission held consultations with them, the opposition APC, and the APC requested for the presence of the international community. So the Peace Commission was able to bring in the Commonwealth, ECOWAS, UNOWAS, and other partners to sit with the APC and the government, to try to address the concerns raised concerning the elections. And at the end of the day, we had what we call the Agreement of National Unity with 8 resolutions that were to be implemented. So in those resolutions, Resolution 1 was implemented immediately because it called for a statement by the president, and that happened immediately. And then also condemnation from both the government and the opposition of hate speech, that was also done. And then the setting up of a cross-party committee on election systems management review, that was also done. That led to the tripartite committee and the report. This joint mission of international moral guarantors came earlier this year. That was in June, just on the eve of the completion of the work of the tripartite committee. So they came, they made some consultations again, and they issued a statement and they went. And 1 year after the signing of the Agreement for National Unity, they decided to come back to see the progress. The main purpose of their coming was to see the progress that has been made. The challenges.
Of course, good morning and welcome to Sierra Leone.
Are facing and the way forward. And that was why they decided to hold wide-ranging consultations with various stakeholders. As you mentioned, they met with the opposition APC, they met with Parliament, the judiciary, civil society, the local moral guarantors. Basically, these institutions had recommendations in the tripartite report that they were to carry out. So they held discussions with them to find out how far they've gone. And at the end of the day, the international moral guarantors made a statement saying that they were very impressed, first of all, with the peace in the country, because they had been here before. And the last time they came, they said there were tensions in the country, but this time they were impressed that there were no tensions and there was peace. And they also commended the cooperation between the government and the opposition, because since the signing, they've been working to implement the resolutions so far. And also, they commended also the people of Sierra Leone because of their cooperation, because they are the ones who are affected whenever there are problems in the country, so they commended them. And they were able to, during the discussions with the various ENBs and other stakeholders, these people were able to tell them some of the challenges that they were facing. For example, they went to, well, not just challenges, the progress that they have made so far, because some of them have, like, For example, ECSL, they had like 30 or more recommendations in the agreement. So because the meeting was between them and the ECSL, not the PPI, the Peace Commission was just there to like facilitate the process. So most of their concerns were raised to these people, and at the end of the day, they assured them that with the Commonwealth, they came with a package of support, that whatever support they need, they will provide technical support, training and capacity building to help them implement these resolutions. Well, so far, most of them have started. We know we have timelines. They have started the implementation, and they promise that they will continue to ensure that whatever recommendations are in the agreement will be implemented.
So, Madam Kama, according to the international moral guarantors, they are okay with the process. But if you and I know, between within the main opposition, there are issues to an extent that even the person or the team that was representing them to that tripartite committee have been accused of not doing the right thing, and because of that, there are tensions within the party. Was that also discussed?
Well, yes, they raised certain concerns with the moral guarantors. One of them was the issue of timelines, that, the recommendations had timelines and that they had elapsed. The moral guarantors took that to the government, those concerns. They also mentioned about release of political prisoners. That also was also taken, but then that was made clear at the security sector meeting that there are no political prisoners presently in their custody. That those that were said to be political prisoners, none of them are in their custody. And that those that are there, they are people who committed criminal offenses and they have to face the law, and the process is ongoing. So those are some of their concerns, mostly the timelines, and also the issue of inclusivity, and that was stressed also by the joint mission to the government, that the processes involved should be all inclusive, not just the government and the APC, but also other political parties, the civil society and all, because whatever recommendations or review will be done at the end of the day will affect the life of every Sierra Leonean. Okay, so the process should be all inclusive.
So the Peace Commission actually initiated this whole issue, and you invited your partners to be part of the process. From your own side, what have you been doing behind the scene to, I'm still with the main opposition, because we know there are issues. Even when the moral guarantors visited them at the party office, it was a whole different story altogether. What have you been doing behind the scene to make sure you get these people together and let them know that elections are gone, dusted, we are no longer thinking about it, and that they should be together as a party, because they are important in the development of this nation. If we just have one government ruling with no opposition, then there is nothing like democracy.
Well, these moral guarantors, as I said earlier, they were part of this process from the initial stage. So they thought it wise to come and monitor the process. And as Peace Commission, we are part of the moral guarantors, because part of the recommendations was for the setting up of local moral guarantors. We have the international moral guarantors and the local moral guarantors. So we are the Peace Commission, we are part of the local moral guarantors. And we're planning the next few days to bring the local moral guarantors together so that they will start meetings, so that they will be on the ground to monitor the process. As I said, the Peace Commission has always been in consultation with the opposition and the various stakeholders, and we will continue with that. And some of the issues that came up during the consultations was the fact that political parties, political leaders need to be sincere with their people. They need to tell them the correct information, that we've gone past elections. The next elections in this country will be in 2028. So that was, even the international moral guarantors pointed out that they should tell their supporters, that we've gone past the stage now, so let's focus on the future. So the Peace Commission will continue to monitor the process, as I said. Part of our mandate is advisory to government, and we've been working with the various stakeholders, we've been working with the PPRC, and whatever their challenges in the process, we also help work with them and also channel their concerns to the appropriate authorities.
So this commission went out there to get others to join them in the bandwagon to ensure that Sierra Leone becomes peaceful. Is because before now, there was that gap of trust that was lacking between the local moral guarantors and all of the other that was lacking between the local moral guarantors and all of the other sector players?
When you talk about local, because they were not like operating before, it's only now that the work of the local moral guarantors will commence. But as I said, the peace commissioners continue to engage. We did that prior to the elections. But as I said, the peace commissioners continue to engage. We did that prior to elections, during the elections, and even after, and that was what led to this National Unity Agreement and even the Tripartite Committee. It was because of the intervention of the Peace Commission.
Lola, how about me? So it's an inclusive technology. You train them for both inclusive technology. You train them for both up and lowland, so that all of them can benefit on this particular. Technology, and we want technology, and we want to go digital. You can only do well to go digital. You can only do well when you go digital. Okay. And our farmers, you imagine that our farmers even know they can use mobile phone, use WhatsApp. Farmers even know they can use mobile phone, use WhatsApp, send audio messages. So we use those things to incorporate and work with them. Together.
Okay. So now, Doctor, you also this also involved a lot of training, which means you have to go not only to those that will be dealing with the seeds, but you have to go to the farmers right in their communities to make sure they are trained on how to handle some of these seeds, on how to do the technology you are talking about. Technology you said you want to go digital, and if you are going digital, you said you want to go digital, and if you are going digital, then you really have enough and you really have more to do. Maybe I'll send that to Susan.
So it's about farmer trainings and how we are doing them. Okay. To begin with, I think an acknowledgement is that in our African systems, we don't have enough resources to do as much with farmer trainings or farmer awareness creation like we would want to. So what we are doing is creating ways that we can fill the gap. And one of the things that we are doing, and I know it's being done in Sierra Leone, is that we have someone we call a village-based advisor. It's a community member whom we select. And that is the person the Ministry of Agriculture will be training. And once the Ministry of Agriculture has someone per village, per community to work with, it makes their work easier. It reduces the workload there. So the village-based advisors are the ones who will help convey any information we have, any feedback. We are trying to incorporate technology in how we train, but you're right that an immediate way of working in farmer trainings has to still have someone within the village, and that's the village-based advisor.
All right, thank you very much, Susan, for coming, and also thank you to Dr. Jana to say the program is Good Morning Sierra Leone. We now go for a commercial break. When we come back, the program continues.
As a mother of the house, whenever I want to prepare palm soup, there's no need pounding palm fruit. All I need is Nkulenu's Ghana's original palm soup base. My soup is done, and its preparation, it is not difficult at all. Nkulenu palm soup base, it's easily done with no difficulties. Just
me Ado Enterprise, 1 Lower Waterloo Street, Freetown.
Nkulenu palm soup base.
Freetown.
Nkulenu palm soup base.
Ghanaian original taste.
The program is Good Morning Sierra Leone, and you are invited to participate by sending your comments and views to the number on your screen. We'll definitely give them out if they are in place. We continue with the program, and this time around we want to bring you updates on our traffic, and therefore we bring you traffic updates from PWD in the eastern part of Freetown with Mohammed Simbiko.
Of course, good morning and welcome to Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. in the east of Freetown. Of course, this is a very, very busy road. We are in vehicles and other means of transportation usually ply here to and from town. Of course, this is the same situation at Ferry Junction. Most of the vehicles, tricycles, motorbikes, etc., they've diverted from the new road, Ferry Junction, to PWD. But unfortunately, it is almost the same situation. As you can see, long queues, school-going pupils, workers, they are faced with huge challenges this morning. Of course, vehicles of different types, whether Jeep, whether private, whether commercial, all of them are faced with challenges here. So this is actually a call for concern that we need to pay keen attention to this traffic situation, because of course it is affecting workers, it is affecting pupils that are going to school, it is affecting university students, it is affecting all walks of life. So it's actually a swift decision that has to be taken for this traffic issue to be solved as quick as possible. Otherwise, it will be quite challenging for people to go about their normal businesses. Stay with Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. I'm Mohamed Simbi Kouma. It's close to 9 o'clock now. Some people are yet to reach to their offices. The same situation at Ferry Junction, motor vehicles and other forms of transportation that are diverting here, PWD going to Blackhall Road. This is the same situation. Quite challenging it has been this morning.
Thank you very much, Mohamed Simikoma, for that traffic update from PWD Blackhall in Freetown. While we continue with the discussion proper, the West African Examination Council (WAEC) has returned over 20,000 results in the just concluded West African Secondary School Certificate Examination (WAS). The Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education made this disclosure while announcing the 2024 WAS results. To deliberate on the issue, we have in the studio the PRO WAEC Saliu Kamara. Good morning, Saliu.
Good morning, Sierra Leoneans. We are given the mandate by the people of this country. We always update them on our own operations. So you could remember, even before the conduct of every exams, I do come here to ensure that the people or even the candidates themselves know what they're supposed to do during the conduct of the examination. Then apart from that, either 1 or 2 days to the commencement of the exams, you also have what we call briefing sessions, wherein we call school authorities who are supervising and invigilating these exams, so that we'll tell them the rules and regulations for the conduct of our different examinations. To WAEC, we have to investigate them because we are taking them as being alleged of different examination irregularities. There is a committee that's supposed to sit, and this committee comprises educational stakeholders in this country, wherein we as WAEC will present this case one after the other. Then they will look into the cases and take decision. So this is where we are presently. We are still investigating, and at the end of the day, the committee will sit and take decision on those cases.
Mr. Kama, is it possible for some of these results to be released by WAEC?
Well, it depends on the crime that the candidates commit. For example, some crimes we have what we call collusion. If you are found guilty of colluding with a single subject, wherein, for example, you are found comparing only in mathematics, so that mathematics will only be cancelled, then the other subject will be released. Then the major crime is if you are caught with a phone, we have what we call the entire result of that candidate will be cancelled. We will not get it until we sit. So there are crimes that we have subject cancellation, and other crimes you have the total result cancellation.
Mr. Kamal, what might be wondering that this is supposed to be examination for school pupils, and we don't expect them to be beyond the age of 18, the ages of 18 and more. Why do you think such is happening in our society?
Well, this is what we have been saying. We have what we call integrity, and now we have lacked integrity in our society, wherein the stakeholders there who are also involved in the conduct of this exam, some of them are the major perpetrators of this examination.
So the question is, the kids will have to suffer because of what the stakeholders
then
were talking
again,
about.
you should not also exclude the kids there. Some of them are also active participants. They form these WhatsApp groups. They coordinate some of these things for their either teachers or in it again. When you go to the field, you will realize some of these things that I'm saying. So we should not only exclude them, and now everybody is taking on their side, but they are also actively participating because they know we engage them, we the WAEC officers. You see, before the commencement or even during the exams, when we have time, we talk to them on devotion, that you know the rules and regulations. You are only allowed to come into the examination hall or the class with your pen and pencils and nothing else. So if you are a mature student of 18 years, you've been told of this. If somebody tells you that, hey, give me 30,000 for you to go into the class with your phone, you will ignore that as long as you are a good student.
Mr. Kamara, this particular one, because there are some pupils going for that SWAS, they will tell you that I was lured into doing it. Because if, let me say, if everyone in the class, in the examination hall, did give that examiner something, then I remain the odd one who refused to give that examiner, then the examiner put me under some undue pressure. So in that case, the student or people feel saying that, let me give the money to him or her just to free myself for me to be able to do the exam. So in that case, would you still, penalize that pupil? In an instance where a pupil come out saying that
if you are not committing, this thing is not about collective responsibility. It is individual. When we see that your paper, you collide with another person. But if you alone decide to do your work independently, without communicating, without doing any other thing else with another person, of course, even if you are 100 in that school, and all the 99 are participating in it, if you are not participating, your result will be released. It is not about collective responsibility, it's about individual responsibility.
So this is not the first time you have been withholding results of candidates. Does WAEC have plans to make sure you work with other partners, stakeholders, to prevent this? Because I don't know why it keeps happening. Last year you had some results that were withheld, and this year again we have more than 20,000. This is a concern because these are kids. They are supposed to be kids.
Yeah, that's why I told you that they are also a party to some of these things. We should not only exclude them as we are excluding them.
I'm only asking if you have plans.
Of course, we have plans. That's why before the commencement of the examination, as you see, these flyers, we have what we call our sensitization programs. We went around in this country to sensitize. We engage them, the students. We engage them so that in our activity, so that they will know that even your teacher does not have the mandate or the authority to tell you that during that particular day, hey, come with this money, and you also as students, you come with that amount. So this is collective responsibility. We are in every stakeholders who involved in the conduct of exams. You have to take your responsibility very seriously,
right,
so that we maintain the integrity of the
Thank
exams.
you very much. He is Sali Kamara, and he is the PRO, Public Affairs, or WAEC, and he's here to talk more on the more than 20,000 was results withheld. We continue with the program and we'll come back to you, Mr. Kamara. But now we go to something else. As advocate through Amplified Change has concluded a dialogue session on strengthening sexual and reproductive health rights for commercial sex workers and incarcerated women in the country. Meanwhile, in an effort to boost the menstrual hygiene health of women in detention, advocate with support from its partners, Global Giving through Woman for Woman, has provided reusable sanitary pad for female inmates at the Female Correctional Center in Freetown and other parts of the country, where the Executive Director of Advocate, Alison French, is with us in the studio to deliberate on both issues. Thanks for joining us, Alison.
Good morning, all.
So let's talk about this dialogue session you held with on the issues of health right, the reproductive right for commercial sex workers. We start from there and then we go to the provision of reusable sanitary pad for female inmates.
Amplify Change is a project that Advocate is implementing with partners, and we came about that project because we had got reports from women who had been arrested for loitering. And as a result of those engagements with these women, we realized that commercial sex workers were being targeted. And once they were arrested, that basic right to access some of these medical facilities that we're now hoping to implement for them were not being freely accessed. So for example, a woman would be in detention and she would get her period. Because she does not have her freedom at that point, she does not have family members who probably even know that she's been arrested. She does not have the access. So that's how that project came about, for us to see how best we can support them in also advocating for their rights, because it's when you know what your rights are, you're able to speak freely about it and seek for a reform. So that's how Amplify Change came about. And we are not only just looking at sex workers, we're looking at also women who are incarcerated, because many a times we've had to intervene for women who are in the correctional center, who are sick and cannot have the right access. So for example, in Kenema quite recently, we had to pay for a woman to undergo a DNC at the Mary Stopes clinic, because whilst in detention, she had had a miscarriage but was not even aware, or despite the basic medical attention had been given to her, she still had not got the proper care that was needed. So we had to intervene and ensure that she got the thorough care that she needed. So that is what we are trying to do with the incarcerated women and the commercial sex workers as well.
Okay, so now let's talk about the provision of reusable sanitary pad to women. First of all, how is that possible?
It's a very laudable and workable effort, because when you look at the singular cost of a packet of sanitary pad for us that are outside and have a freedom, I think the average cost is about 30 to 40 leones per pack. And when you calculate how much it would cost, and different women have different kinds of flow. When you so some people would be comfortable to go through 1 pack per month, others go through multiple packs per month, and it's not a sustainable venture if we're going to say we're going to support women who are incarcerated. So Woman for Woman is a local organization that their mission is to end period poverty, which is sort of trying to ensure that even the women at the farthest places have access to decent sanitary towels. So this reusable pad is made with fabric that is very easily washable, and it can be reused. As there are instructions for the care, so it's not even written instructions, it's just visual instructions. So women who are incarcerated and do not have the ability
in that you want to pass on certain rights to that individuals. So what type of mentality do you want to create in them?
No, so being incarcerated or being in detention in the first place causes emotional trauma, as you say. But then we have women who, whilst they're incarcerated, they don't get their menses because of the stress. You have women who are continuously bleeding irregularly because of that same stress. But with the rights that we're teaching them, they are able to monitor their systems, their internal body systems, to say, okay, if I do this, I am able to get some relief if I do that, that may trigger my bleeding or my experience that I'm having. So you have people who actually, whilst incarcerated, don't even get their menses because of the stress. You have people who, because of incarceration, have multiple periods per month, or maybe would have a period this month and the next time they have their period is 3 months down the line. But once they're able to track their normal body system, then they're able to report when we do our welfare checks to say, I have not had my period, how can you help me? That's when we come in to say, okay, we can then try to refer to our partners and see how best they can support in ensuring that that woman's period is then regulated.
Madam Fredge, this particular whole thing, the security sector and that of the correctional centers, because, you know, giving them this right, you know, they will have to ask for certain help from these institutions. So how have you been partnering with this particular institution for them to be responsive to the call of these women?
So we do have a very good working relationship with the correctional centers, their management, and even the officers that are looking after the women. We ensure that we how do I put it? We ensure that we listen to them, because they're also humans. They take care of the women that we work with, and for that to happen, their concerns, if raised, have to be addressed. So we do ensure that we have constant engagement with them when our paralegals and social workers do go in. They not just go concentrating on the women. Obviously, they have to interact with the officers to ensure that whatever concerns are being raised are not allegations or are not falsified information.
All right. Sia Kamara, where you have Funeral Home, they are saying that the Funeral Home testifies in Parker's murder case. These stories plus more, including both local and international sports, you find in the Concord Times newspaper.
Well, my own take here is from the Standard Times newspaper, and it says Leone Oil Sierra Leone Investment Conference to inspire diaspora impact. The photo of the Leone Oil boss. Sia alleged murder Vatu's funeral home boss testifies. And GT Bank celebrates clip for the Bambai Reloaded winners. These stories and more are in the Standard Times newspaper.
And from the Standard Times, my next take here is the Independent Observer, and it opens with a banners headline story, Mr. President, Can We Talk? Part 29. And Sia murder trial, witness reveals how accused wailed over her death. Stakeholders review ICPD commitment, and ACC encourages corner girls to join corruption fight. The stories, including both local and international sport, you find in the Independent newspaper.
My next pick here is from the Premier News newspaper. As Napoleon gets applause at Jaipur business conferred Indian investors to visit Sierra Leone. And the next one here is Sierra Leone reviews progress on ICPD commitment. The other headline is accused cried bitterly over deceased girlfriend. Manager testifies in Sia murder trial. And the other one is Agric Ministry donates combined harvesters to agri businesses. These stories and more are in the Premier News newspaper.
And for my final take for today's newspaper review is the AYV newspaper. And on the AYV newspaper, you find 1 in every 5 individuals in Sierra Leone is challenged with mental health. This is alarming. And you see photos of Mental Health Coalition Sierra Leone revealed, and also another story, dangerous university building evacuated amidst concerns. Then this has to do with the UNIMTech University. Other stories you find in the AYV newspaper are Mora Grantos urge APC to start preparing for 2028. You see photos of Dr. Samuel Kamara and other members of the APC. Also, DIF Sierra Leone to host 24th anniversary celebration dance. These stories plus more, including both local and international sports you find in the AYV newspaper.
And my final pick here is newspaper. Well, viewers, those stories that you heard, they do not reflect the views of the SLBC, but our local tabloids. Well, in the studio we still have a guest. Salute, time is not a friend. But before leaving you, what will be your message to those out there, you know, those pupils or those parents out there who are still...
School authorities whose candidates are involved, let them continue. School authorities whose candidates are involved, let them continue to exercise patience within the shortest possible time. Within the shortest possible time, the committee will sit and take decision. Then again, my appeal again to the prospective candidate for WASPC 2024. Their admission notices are now available. Let them go to their different cafes and retrieve their admission notices for the exams. Then, of course, the continuous assessment for candidates who will be taking the WAS SC 2025, the continuous assessment year 2 portal is also open. So school authorities should go back and upload their continuous assessment.
And how long will it remain open?
It has opened since October 15 to the 15th December 2024.
Okay,
again.
Quickly, parents are waiting for the release of the Becker. When are we expecting it?
Becker will be released at any time. I cannot give specific dates here.
Before the end of October?
Well, hopefully.
Okay, so now, Mr. Kamara, so also there is this concern from parents for this WAS that we are talking about.
And we know that a lot of women are the breadwinners of families in Sierra Leone.
All right, thank you very much. She is Alison French, and she is the CEO of Advocate Sierra Leone. Well, this is how we bring the curtain down for today's program of Good Morning Sierra Leone. Many thanks to the production team here at Broadcasting House, especially our producer Joseph Stanley for putting this program together. Well, quickly before I go, let me just bring you a reminder of our quote of the day, which is from an American philanthropist, Madam C.J. Walker, and it says, "Don't sit down and wait for opportunity to come. Get up and make them." I am Frances Bernard, wishing you a wonderful day.
And I am Emmanuel Samoa, wishing you a wonderful day. Good Morning Sierra Leone returns same time tomorrow. Continue to watch the SLBC.
As a mother of the house, whenever I want to prepare palm soup, there's no need pounding palm fruit. All I need is Nkulenu's Ghana's original palm soup base. My soup is done, and its preparation, it is not difficult at all. Nkulenu palm soup base, it's easily done with no difficulties. Just take few ladles and your soup is done. And its flavor, it's amazing. This is Nkulenu's Ghana's original palm soup base. And this is Nkulenu's Ghana's original spiced palm soup base. Iron fruit and turkey berries are naturally added.
Also available.
Iron fruit and turkey berries are naturally added.
Also available brown gold natural cocoa powder, sunny gold brown sugar, neat fufu flour, shito, pisa, and moringa. All available at Nyami Ado Enterprise, 1 Lower Waterloo Street, Freetown.
Nkulenu palm soup base.
Ghanaian original taste.
landscape is more rich in biodiversity. If you come in the OKN elephant, Maxwell duiker, red flank duiker, etc., etc., and even the colobus monkey, patas monkey, they are in the park.
We're here this morning with the Wabile Eco Guards, with Dr. Moses, Amara, Emmanuel, and Dr. Rosa, doing the camera trap practicals and also how to do reference video making. We're getting ready for tomorrow as we're going to go to the field for 10 days to set up camera trap in 3 different locations with 3 teams. We survey the transect and take data and also do camera traps. For some transect we have 2 cameras, for some transect we have 1, and some transect we just have to resurvey.
Being one of the Wabile staff, we don't learn a lot today from yesterday to today concerning this camera trapping. We will go for 10 days.
I'm Eco Guard for Wabile. I have learned a lot. We are here for training how to set up camera trap, also with a transient land. I'm very happy for being Eco Guard for Wabile because I have a lot of experience now how to protect this land, and I know what to do and what not to do in the forest.
To the intervention of many projects like ECOD, Wabile, OKKPS, then we have started seeing some changes. So I think the community members also really appreciate the work of those projects that are bringing development in their chiefdoms in the name of protecting this particular conservation area. With also the community members are now ready full force to support those projects to see how best they can achieve their goal, and they are always thanking the donors that are giving their money to those projects to sponsor community members. Wabile also is now working along the Kilimi axis to Kuru. They also are now trying to see how best we can able to know the different type of animals that are in there. For the community members, they never know if we have chimpanzee or another elephant. Due to the effort of the Wabile and the OKKPS and ECOD, now community members have started knowing that yes, we have elephants, we have the tourism to be in the park and to do more investment. This also encourages the community members also to contribute to support the project because they are seeing their children working with the project. And conservation is good because it creates more jobs for the youth, it creates more employment, more investment. So it will be good if this will continue for the next 10 to 15 years. That can help the conservation area to be protected and the community members also to feel part of the decision making.
Kinjiming around the water side. Love the fish, we get them every day. So if you wanna get a bunga fish, you better take a walk to the water side. So if you wanna get a bunga fish, you better take a walk to the water side. Kinjiming around the water side. Lovely fish, we get them every day. Kinjiming around the water side. Lovely fish, we get them every day. So if you wanna get your bunga fish, you better take a walk to the water side. So if you wanna get your bunga fish, you better take a walk to the water side.
Are you tired of watching or listening to uninteresting television channels? Then your worries have been addressed, as the SLBC Podium is the answer to your concern.
The SLBC television show, The Podium, is one of the programs you can't afford to miss as a guest or a viewer.
Oh yes, Podium is a show where the mighty and the low will like to sit because it is a trusted medium to channel your views, concerns and aspirations for Sierra Leone and other happenings around the globe.
Podium is where you get breaking news because everyone wants to talk to us. If you hear it on Podium, ask no further.
Don't forget to join us every midday from Monday to Friday as we ask the hard questions that you otherwise would have asked to the newsmakers, the movers and shakers of events.
Don't miss the opportunity to be part of Sierra Leone's topmost midday show, The Podium, where the agenda is set for others to follow. Thanks for watching. God bless you. Goodbye.
But we don't run away. We come for better. We people that
Aminata Fofana, a reporter. A presenter and an anchor for the Slbc.
I am Dennis Fraser, reporter and presenter here at the Public Broadcaster, and this is the SLBC.
Hi, I am Sierra Leone, a news anchor, a reporter, radio presenter, and announcer. I find pleasure in keeping you updated, and it's a pleasure.
Hello everyone, I am Stella Frederica Bangura, a reporter and presenter at the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. Stay tuned all day, every day. Cheers.
We are the national broadcaster, and I am Sulaiman Baba Toure, a reporter and presenter at the SLBC. Your voice, my voice.
Your voice, my voice.
I am Jonathan Turner, a reporter for Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation, SLBC. As a reporter, I do stories on education, health, politics, and more. Stay glued with SLBC to watch my stories. Your voice, my voice.
Lucian Ganda, producer Weyus, and producer and presenter Christian Editions on TV. This is the SLBC.
I am William Wise, presenter Weyus and also reporter at the SLBC, and this is the SLBC.